Hey guys, HybridOctive here and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to get high kill victory royales in Fortnite. So what I did was I landed at a popular place. I landed at Viking. I got pretty lucky here. I dropped down trying to get as low as possible before I swooped in so I could grab the guns first before anyone else. As you'll see here. So I grabbed the gray tack and I'm trying to find people. This guy runs up to take his loot, I pop out. I barely do any damage. I do like 8 damage with the headshot. And then I take all the ARs so that way other people don't get them. Because the less weapons the enemies have, the better. So I hear this guy flying around me, and then I notice he lands right next to me. I miss some shots, but I eventually take him out. That's 2 kills on the board right there. So I go ahead and shield up, so that way I can take on more fights. So right now my loot is okay. Like, it's pretty bad, but it's okay. I go ahead and grab some mats. I don't know what I was doing here. I was just like breaking through and stuff. So I'm going around trying to find other enemies, and I hear these people fighting, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run up on them and see if I can get some kills. I see that guy. I was about to shoot him through that crack, but he moved, so he built up. He tries to hit me, and then I jump and hit him on the stairs. So there's another guy I know, and he's gonna be over here somewhere. So I find him, pop him in the head. I didn't think it was gonna kill him, but it did. Which was a good thing. I go ahead and loot this other guy. So, and I take this med kit so that way I'm fully healed up. Right now I'm like 67 health or something. But I use the med kit anyway because you want as much health as you can get, really. So then I go ahead and reload my weapons and rift out of there. Yeah, that guy was watching me. Whenever someone's watching you, you just always gotta dance on them after you kill them. And I'm like, oh, I messed up there, so I went ahead and took the other rift. And so I start flying towards Tilted, and I'm looking around to see if I see anyone. And I'm looking at Soccer Stadium, and I see someone breaking down trees. So I go ahead and swoop in. I didn't notice the other guy there, but I did notice the guy that my sights are on. The other 2 people fight it out. I hit him pretty good. He's dead. I hit him again. I missed my shot like a noob, but then I get the kill. Like I said, always dance on him. Default dance and take the L are the best. So let me just speed this up a bit. You just gotta dance on them a bunch. So I go ahead and just loot up, but I sped this up because you guys don't want to watch me just loot. Farm some mats so that way I can fight anyone that I come across. So I'm heading towards Tilted, looking around to see if I see anyone again. I see this default, and so I try to kill him. I thought he went over here, but I couldn't find him. Like, I looked all over the place. I could not find this guy. So yeah, I've got 5 kills right now currently, and there's 27 people left. I'm pretty far. I'm just looking around, building. So I'm trying to get to circle, because you always want to stay inside of it. And pro tip, you always want to have high ground. If you have the high ground, you have the advantage. You'll see me use high ground later in the video, but so I'm still getting mats and stuff. Just switching my weapons around, you know. Like, it's pretty boring. I'm just looting up and grabbing mats, because I know I'm gonna need them to fight people. So I go over here, and at some point I see someone, but first I take the shadow crystal, and then I see them, of course, and I see they're lagging, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go in for it, because if someone's lagging that bad, you should definitely just take advantage of it. He stopped lagging, well, sort of, so I just popped him in the head. That guy was lagging really bad. Anyway, so another guy starts shooting at me, so I'm building, and I try to snipe at him. I try to snipe him out of the air. It doesn't work. I miss, but he hits me with his shotgun. So now we're basically having a build battle. We're trying to get the high ground. Like I said earlier, I hit him for a body shot. I cover him. I drop down on him, miss my shot. Keep spamming him. I finally get him. So I'm just taking the better loot, of course. And then, so I'm just sitting in here for a little bit, and yeah, you've got to always dance on them. If you've got to take the L, do that all the time. Pro tip. Okay, so I'm just building some. I'm gonna hop onto this and go. I noticed this guy over here, so I start shooting at him. I try to snipe him, I miss. And so I'm just trying to chase after him right now. Reloading my guns and whatnot. Making sure I don't take fall damage, because any damage you take could cost you the game. So I am just looking around for him right now, looking to see if people are on the mountain. So I don't see him, and then I notice that he's flying through the air. So I'm like, okay, so he left. So I just decide to sit here for a little bit and see if I see him on the mountain, which I didn't. So I'm just looking around for a little bit, and then I see someone. It's that same guy. So he's trying to get me again. I hit him. He drops down. I drop down. He keeps going off with those things. And then I see this guy building, and I'm like, okay. So I go ahead and snipe him to take him out of the game. And so I don't see the guy around. So I just kind of dance. And I'm just looking around right now, because I don't see anyone, and the circle hasn't closed in yet. And then I realize, okay, I need to go loot that guy, because I completely forgot to. So I go over here, loot him. I have a lot of turrets, but I'm not using them at all this game. So I'm just dancing, you know, like usual. I wait a while until the time runs out a bit to use that rift to go to try and gain the high ground. I cannot stress enough how important the high ground is in this game. So I take it as soon as the storm starts closing in. I get up here, I build some. So I can see pretty much everyone right now. I look around for a little bit. I check the bush to see if anyone's in it, and then I notice some default just hiding behind there, but I missed my shot. So I hit the fence. So I'm like, uh-oh. And so he knows that I'm up here, but it doesn't really matter because I do have high ground. Completely missed that shot. He's just standing there. So I got shot by a rocket, but I made sure to not take fall damage. So I see people over here, and I try to snipe him, but then he moves out of view. So yeah. So then I see the guy building over there. So I just start shooting at him with my suppressed scar. So I'm trying to laser him, of course, put some fire on him to make him scared. Maybe waste his mats. So I see this guy, he builds a wall. So he keeps building walls, so I'm like, I need to rush, because there's only 2 enemies left. So I'm just gonna rush this guy. I replace that with my own jump in, miss my shots, take him out. Okay, so there's only 1 guy left. And he doesn't seem that good, so I just drop my minis for the RPG so I can hit him with it. And then, so I shoot him with the RPG, try to snipe him. So, like, yeah, I thought he was in the bush. I didn't notice him standing right there. In game, sometimes you don't notice. So I build, and I take him out. With 10 kills on the clock. Of course, I just gotta dance, because you always have to dance once you kill the last person. But anyway, that wraps it up for today. So hopefully you guys can get some high kill games. I wouldn't suggest always landing at popular places, but I mean, if you want a lot of kills, then land at popular places. If you don't, land at unpopular places that are near the end of the bus. Anyway, I had the most kills out of everyone. Okay, cool. So, yeah, peace out.